All right, well, back with positive news, I guess you could say here.
Yeah.
We're looking at 1-0 here in favor of the Sarnia Sting against the Erie Otters. But we're going to start the third period with a 2-minute penalty.
Yeah, that's okay.
Is it?
Well, I don't know. It's that if I don't have anything nice to say, I don't say anything. Is that what I'm gonna?
Okay. Well, let's find something nice to say then. Nikita Tarasevic, his first OHL career goal there.
Outstanding, and it was a great goal. It was a great goal. Again, that's those ones, Dave, I love. It's those persistence goals. You know, it's that your first, second, third rebound, and you're involved and keeping the puck where it needs to be until someone finds just the right opening and just the right timing to pop it in. And Tarasevic was there for it. That was awesome. It was really good. With assist to Getchy and Nemestikov. So.
Yeah. Well, and there's that name again.
Yep.
And Getchy as well. We keep hearing about it.
I'd like. You know what? I really like Alex Getchy. He doesn't get, unfortunately, a lot of ice time at the moment, but I think he's going to be one of those guys, you know, that puts up a lot of A's. And you know what? Those guys are just as important as your hot shot shooters. You know, you need those guys that are feeding them and making plays happen. And I just get this feeling that Getchy's going to be one of those guys.
Seems to be so far anyway. And,
absolutely.
Maybe there's a few that he could teach that to.
But there's a bigger story today, though. Let me tell you.
Right.
I am going to take back all of the bad things I ever said about Ashton Reeser. Or most of them anyway. Because you know what? Today, what a game. He is having a game. And
he's in the mix for
He's in the mix, and he's using his size, and he's using his weight, and he's pushing guys off the puck, and he's playing some really strong defense today. This is a big change because, I mean, up until now, we haven't seen that kind of urgency from him, and I really love seeing it today. He's done such a terrific job.
For that?
Well, I don't know. If it was me, I'd be saying, "Hey, you better do this, or there's the door." But that's me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just a hard ass.
Maybe. Maybe.
Can I say that on the show? Hard ass?
Wow, you just did.
Okay, so.
Well, truth be told, though, there are hard conversations that have to have. I'm sure.
Yeah, 100%.
I've said it before. I'll say it again and again and again. It's one of the great things I love, a characteristic of head coach Alan Letang, is he's right about it, and we've talked before about how he said, you know, we can't let the goalies do the winning, and we're not a fancy team, so we can't act like one.
No.
And we're young, but we're not taking that as the excuse.
No.
As to, I've heard that. You have those bar conversations.
Sure.
Well, you know, they're a young team. They got 10 or 11 rookies there, and blah blah blah. Oh, okay. So what are you saying?
Hey, I'm a golfer, and I'll tell you, I know what excuses look like. Okay.
Are you actually a golfer?
Well, I don't know if what I do can be called golf, but I have chased a little white ball around this nice manicured lawns before. So,
golf.
But no, you're right. You know, I think, you know, the fans are going to say stuff, and there's going to be, there's going to be some honesty in it. There's going to be some quick emotional response and stuff like that. But I mean, there's always that sort of air of truth. And I think, I guess I like Alan Letang for that, being able to speak those, you know, being truthful and stuff like that, because, you know, it's important, and you got to have those hard conversations. You shy away from them, and it just gets worse. Like, you know, things tend to fester. So I think that's probably what's happened. You know, like, our defense has been letting us down the early part of the season, and I think we need some real leadership on the defense. And I'm gonna say, you know, Ashton Reeser, he's you know, today and in the last night's game, he's really sort of stepped up his game a bit, and I think I like it. It's certainly a little more aggressive, probably not something he's used to, but he's falling into it nicely, and if he can keep that up, I think we've found some leadership on the defense. I'm hoping the other guys kind of jump in on that.
All right. Well, Ashton, I'm sure will be happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Speaking of leadership, let's talk about the coaching. You know, we see, of course, Coach Letang out there, but we're seeing General Manager Dylan Sika on the bench there right now.
Yeah.
The others are away taking a bit of a break. Do you think that's having any effect on the rest of the bench right now?
Well, you know what? I mean, I would just say probably. I mean, I think, if you get the right coaching mix, doing the right things, things can get a lot better. And I think we've really sort of specialized a little bit more, I think, recently with our coaching because, when you've got, previous to this, you got Hatcher and Legwand, and they were really doing the lion's share of their, and Hatcher specifically, and, doing a lot of that coaching kind of thing. And, but I think we've got a good coaching staff right now. I mean, I love the fact that we've got Michael Haley in there, former Sting player who, is in as player development kind of thing. And, I love the way he played hockey. And if he brings that kind of urgency and that kind of hockey style to the Sting, I think that's going to be a good thing. But I'm not sure why Dylan Sieg, the general managers, but you know what? We can only add to the rainbow, of coaching staff, and I don't think any part of that is bad.
Right. Okay, so you're in the locker room, you're the coach. What's the conversation now to say come out in the third period, which has typically been our best, except for the other day?
Well, I think the conversation has to be, we've gone full throttle against Erie for 2 periods. That second period did not let us down. They did not take their foot off the gas. I'm hoping that they've got enough to pull out a third period with the same sort of intensity, because I think, if we got the stamina to do that, I think, we got it. I think that's what they're going to be talking about. You got to come out strong. 1-0 is not enough of a lead. I mean,
not against Erie, not against any team, quite honestly.
No, for sure. So, we can't fall back and play that defensive style of hockey, which so often when you get into the third period, a lot of teams, they're going to look, hey, we're in the lead, we can kind of take the throttle off a little bit.
Not the time to get complacent.
It's not.
Well, especially when you're in the position of the Sarnia Sting and the ranking that they're at right now. And it's got to be hard for them to not be looking at the stats.
Sure.
And going, well, this is where we're at, and we're not used to that. And, this arena, the fans, I talked had a good conversation with Jake Borey the other day.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're all ready for it. We all want this. Like, it's not just the players on the ice; it's the players down in the opposite as well that are like, we are so ready for this. Well,
everybody works so darn hard, and in the end, I mean, I do a lot of theater, so I know what it's like. The actors get all the limelight and everything like that. But the number of people that are in behind the scenes that throw everything they've got into it to try and build a successful team and a successful season, and keep your fans happy and all that sort of stuff. It's a lot of people, and they put a lot of energy in this. Yeah. So I think everybody wants it. And I think that's a great thing. And I think today has been one of those games that says, it looks like the players and the coaching staff have kind of heard that, and they're stepping up a little bit. If we keep that kind of progression going, I think this could be a good season.
Well, let's see if they keep the foot on the pedal, so to speak, when they come out of the gate here and ready to run and keep it going. But I agree. I think, especially starting off with the 2-minute penalty right away, going to need to kill that for sure. And
well, at least it's not the power play.
They need right. There's that.
There's that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't go by without putting a little barb in there somewhere.
It's honestly fair. And again, back to Coach Letang. He said a couple of weeks ago, he said it was horrible, but I think what he really wanted to say was something else. But
yeah, for sure. But I mean,
our power play sucks.
Our power play has not been what we need it to be at all. And I mean, that's almost a tradition at this point now that our power play, because it's been a couple of seasons where we've just not had a strong power play.
It's not a tradition,
and it's unfortunate. But you know what? What I will say is that to balance that off, our penalty kill has been pretty damn good. You know, and I mean, the number of shorthanded goals we're picking up and shorthanded opportunities we're getting. Dave, you know what? I love that. And give me the penalty kill over the power play right now. And
I don't know.
That's not necessarily a great thing.
You say it's a tradition. I'm not sure it's a tradition you want to keep.
No, for sure. Fair enough.
Well,
if we could have them both firing and we on both cylinders, that would be outstanding.
All right. Well, let's see what happens here in the third period. Stay tuned, of course, with us on the Sarnia Sting page, Facebook, and Facebook on the show with David Burrows and the Video Show Network. We'll have the post-game press conference. Never know who's going to show up there. It honestly depends how it goes.
Yeah, 100%.
Who's ready to show up? Who wants to talk about this at the press conference? Anyway, we'll have that for you, so be sure to keep watching. On behalf of myself, I'm David Burrows and my good friend Jay Peckham.
Go Sting, go!